Please like and subscribe.
Hi, I'm Jo, and this is Jo's Medicine Tarot. Here you will find shamanic tarot readings. Please know this is a general spirit check-in, not a one-to-one spirit check-in, so you're not going to resonate with everything, okay? Please take what you need and leave behind what you don't. If you're new to my channel and you like my style of reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments section what you've enjoyed about the reading. And welcome. If you are returning to my channel, if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your views and your subscriptions. You guys, my channel has grown tremendously, and I just thank you so much. And with that, I would like to thank the Medicine Keepers. These are the paid members of this channel. To become a Medicine Keeper, it's $2.99 a month. You get 2 Medicine Keeper readings a month, in which you can vote in the comment section on whether you want me to make them public or keep them private for the Medicine Keepers only. I also draw 1 name out of the membership every month for a free reading. All right, let's begin. Creator, please bless this reading. Please bless the sacred space. Please protect the sacred space. Please protect the viewer and the listeners, the collective, from the high voltage knowledge that will come through this reading. Please protect me from the high voltage knowledge and information that's going to come through this reading. Please use me as a clear channel and bring in the messages that the collective needs to hear at this time. Thank you. All right, here we go. Just gonna shuffle these a little more, you guys. I hope everyone is safe and well wherever you are in the world. Deck. I like to cut the deck with you guys here because your energy gets to go into the deck. You get to go into the cut. Okay, you're like cutting the deck with me. Okay, there we go. Our big creator bringing the messages. The first card just flew off the top of the deck. Visionary. Visionary. Am I speaking to a visionary? Authenticity. Ooh, look at this right away. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Justice. Oh. You know what I'm feeling? Because according to some of the greatest teachers that I'm learning from, Robert Ohotto, Caroline Mace, oh my goodness, many people, Molly McCord, she's like another astrologer who is just incredibly so accurate to what I'm going through anyway. From what everyone is saying, or a lot of these masters are saying, I feel like 2025 is a kind of a judgment day in which we judge ourselves. It's like the beginning of the end of a system, the end of a certain paradigm, the end or many paradigms. It's like the end of paradigms within us and the beginning of a new, deeper relationship, more authentic relationship with ourselves. It's not God that judges us, it's us that judge ourselves with the power of God. You know, fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. That doesn't mean this is not a religious thing. When I realized what this scripture means, it blew my mind. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. This is like a person that runs from themselves and lives in a level of denial and carnal life, going to work, coming home, trying to pay the bills, just trying to survive, trying to get through the day. And they're dealing with some sort of an addiction or some sort of shadow attachment, some sort of an attachment that they're not aware of and that they're in denial of. That's where the denial comes from. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. All of a sudden, something happens, some sort of crisis, some sort of disaster, like they run over somebody when they're impaired. You know, and all of a sudden everything changes in an instant. You know, so now they have to learn about themselves in order for them to, maybe they're going to go to jail, maybe they're going to have a conditional sentence, maybe they have to go to AA and get counseling, which means they are going to be forced to develop a relationship with themselves. And that's what that means. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, because you realize the fear of yourself, the fear of ourselves. I'm not just going to put this on you. I've been in this situation. I'm in this situation every day, not to this extent, obviously, but realizing my relationship to myself is the same as my relationship to God. And that's it. And most of us are introduced to ourselves through our pain. That's how it is. That's why a shaman is so powerful. Is because they know their pain, they know themselves. Okay, let's carry on. So something has happened here, and that's what I mean, some sort of judgment day, because you have visionary, authenticity, justice. It's like you are showing up in a visionary energy that you've grounded it. It's landed on the earth. It's come through your mind, through your heart, through the inspiration, and you're now taking action toward fulfilling it. That's what that means when you ground your visions. You begin to fulfill it. When the Bible talks about people that were barren, these are people that were barren of children. They were barren of authentic action. They were just copies of the tribe, copies of the group that they belonged to. But when you now have children, it's like you're not only just children. This is not only physical children, but this is also being able to ground your visions in authentic action. Because your authentic action is your children. That is what echoes into eternity because of how it impacts others. You know, like pay it forward. It's a kind of authentic action that will travel forward and impact the lives of people around you. So it's the same kind of thing here. It's visionary authenticity that's bringing in some kind of justice. Freedom. Oh, what is this reading? Freedom. Oracle. You are coming into your birthright. Anima, beautiful. Anima, the feminine nature of a man, but I believe this is a feminine nature of the physical manifestation of a human being, which is your life, which is your physical body and your life. And Warlock. Ooh. The Creator's asking me to pay attention to the word war. Okay, you're either going up against a Warlock or you are being asked to... Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck is secret. Oops, here we go. Secret. Okay. And what's after secret? Perception. Willpower. Union. Let's do one more. Ooh, and coward. I feel like there's a battle coming. I feel like there's some sort of confrontation, some sort of whether this is with yourself, whether this is with somebody else, or maybe you're going to be watching this unfold within someone else around you. But I'm feeling it's going to be something along the lines of a coward going up against a bully. Standing up to a bully. Yes, to unionize the self, to unionize. And you know, we're already whole. We just don't know it yet. Experientially, we have to experience the wholeness. And when we confront a bully, we activate our confidence that was always there. We don't all of a sudden pick it up on the ground. Oh, there's my confidence. You know, like, no, it's within you. You're all of a sudden aware, like, holy shit, I can't believe I just fucking did that. You know, like, it stood up for yourself. And like, now someone's like, oh, I had no idea this person could stand up for themselves so well. They got one hell of a bite. You know, when you like stood up for yourself, you bit back. And the sting of your bite is still felt. You know, so that's what I'm seeing. And there's some sort of a secret within you. I don't feel this, or maybe this is about a secret. It could be both. It could be both and. But I'm feeling that you're carrying a secret, but it is not like a secret, like of like infidelity. This is like a secret of like a mystery school, a superpower, something that you've tapped into within yourself. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that. If it's a secret, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling your guides going with their finger over their lips. Shh. Okay. Whew, yes, absolutely. Silence is golden. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm seeing Gandalf and Saruman. Saruman? Was that his name in the Lord of the Rings? It's been a while for me since I've seen that. I just want to make sure. Saruman, yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. The light versus the dark. There's some sort of spiritual warfare here. There's some sort of spiritual warfare that is coming towards you, but you have been, the Creator has been building you up. You've been going through some sort of, I'm seeing you going on to new cycles, but you are finishing old cycles, facing into or picking up unfinished business. Oh, I just got a major wave of a vertigo when I said that. Okay, so closing up, snipping off, tying up unfinished business in your life. Resolving unresolved power struggles. Yeah, this is, oof, and I feel like you have been, and these don't have to be huge, grandiose things. These could just be simple communication, whatever it is, whatever is going to come in, whether it be through verbal communication, like face to face, over the phone, on a text, through email. Some form of communication is going to bring you closure, and it's like a kind of warfare. It's a kind of a warfare, and I don't feel it's done in war. I'm feeling like you are. Oh, I'm seeing also Merlin and the Mad Magnificent Mim on the cartoon, The Sword and the Stone. And the Mad Magnificent Mim is like evil, and she hates everything that's good, and she destroys the happiness of others. She interferes because she's so unhappy, because she's so miserable. And Merlin is good, and he's trying to teach Arthur about good and evil, and where Arthur's true power is within himself, and to believe in himself. Okay. They're asking me for the that's what it is. That's what makes the world go round. Okay, the lyrics are. Okay, so what this is, people, is High Priestess energy. This is High Priestess energy right now, okay? Okay, so High Priestess energy between the black and the white pillars. These are the legs of the mother. Boaz and Yakin. Boaz is black, Yakin is white. Boaz is unity, Yakin is duality. The High Priestess does not stand on one leg and pretend to be balanced. She holds the tension of both legs. The battle is happening within the whole, and the High Priestess makes room for both. Not only does she make room for the battle, but she also sees the battle from a much higher perspective and what it's serving within her, within you, within the people that are observing this, whatever this is. Okay, there is spiritual warfare here. So, okay, listen to the duality here that is contained within the whole concept of good versus evil. That's the whole. And there's whole more than that, but I'm just using this. We're just highlighting this, okay? We're bringing this to the surface. Okay, left and right, day and night, that's what makes the world go round. In and out, thin and stout, that's what makes the world go round. For every up, there is a down. For every square, there is a round. For every high, there is a low. To every to, there is a fro. To and fro, stop and go, that's what makes the world go round. You must set your sights upon the heights. Don't be a mediocrity. Don't just wait and trust to fate and say that's how it's meant to be. It's up to you how far you go. If you don't try, you'll never know. And so, my lad, as I've explained, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You see, my boy, it's nature's way. Upon the weak, the strong ones prey. In human life, it's also true, the strong will try to conquer you, and that is what you must expect unless you use your intellect. Brains and brawn, weak and strong, that's what makes the world go round. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling coming in, is somebody who wants to try to dominate you. You've been someone's prey. Oh, I'm feeling for some of you. Okay, I did a reading a long time ago. No, it was alive. And I brought in a message where there was a cheetah that was chasing an antelope or a gazelle. I think it was a gazelle. And the cheetah was closing in on the gazelle. And as the cheetah leapt in the air, to land on the gazelle. The gazelle, knowing, seeing its death, had no choice but to tap into their inner power. Something awoke in them in order to survive. The will to survive, the fight to survive activated the magic. And all of a sudden, the gazelle vanished. And the cheetah landed on the earth, expecting to be landing on top of the gazelle, but instead landed upon the earth and was like, huh? Like completely stunned. And then it looked around, and 100 yards ahead stood a young woman. The gazelle had transformed. This is, I'm seeing a wizard's duel. This is a wizard's duel. And whatever this wizard's duel is, it is among women for what I'm seeing. It could be men too. Could be men too. One man trying to dominate the other. But what unfolded within the vision for me was a young woman ended up 100 yards ahead. But the thing with cheetahs is they can only go for a certain length of time. They can go top speed, but for a certain length, and then they're exhausted. And while the cheetah was landed on the earth, surprised and ready to kill the antelope, but the antelope was gone, the cheetah was also panting. Like kind of looking like, what? Like, how the hell, what happened? Who are you? Who is this? What happened to my prey? What happened to my meal? And the woman, all of a sudden realizing the transformation, realizing like, holy, what has just happened? Then keeping her eyes slowly, she turns away from the cheetah, knowing he's exhausted. She's exhausted. She's not going to come after her. He's not going to come after him. Whoever this is, whoever you guys are. Because this person is exhausted. They've exhausted themselves in the chase. Now the cheetah has to rest for a certain level of time. And by the time the cheetah gains its power back, the person that ended up 100 yards down, 100 yards away from the cheetah, will be long gone. Because this person now, seeing the cheetah spent in panting and trying to walk it off, trying to rest, but has to lie down and just pant while it's looking resentfully at the human. As the young human looks at the cheetah and slowly turns away and then begins to jog away in a light canter, jog away toward his or her tribe. That's what I'm seeing here. There's an unfinished business or some kind of, maybe this is you finalizing some sort of a battle within yourself, some sort of a cord cutting even, something, some sort of ritual, some sort of, I'm feeling the Creator is telling you it's time, this ends now, this ends here, this is over. Protect your energy, pull your energy out of this. Pull your energy out of this. You know, I feel like there's been some sort of injustice, and this is why there is justice here for you, is there's been some sort of injustice that's happened to you. And when the piper, and I remember this coming to me yesterday, there was a statement that came to me that just imprinted into me. That was a message for someone. When the piper comes to be paid, the Creator will make sure that you are far outside of the shock waves of what is about to happen. When it happens, the Creator will make sure that you are protected and far out of the way. Okay, let's have some clarification now. Okay, the Hermetic deck, here we go. They want the Hermetic deck, okay. So visionary, so you have been unfolding your vision. And whatever power struggle this is, it's part of the unfolding. It is like part of the curriculum. It's like, part of your training. It's required. This is important. This is important. Just like Arthur had to be shown the reality of the world by the duel between the Mad Magnificent Mim, or the Mad Madam Mim. That's what her name was. The Mad Madam Mim and Merlin. And every rule that she made up, she broke. And Merlin didn't break any rules. And there was no one there to hold her accountable. The only one that was there to hold her accountable was Merlin. If you watch the cartoon, it's a brilliant cartoon. It's brilliantly done. But that's what a wizard's duel is, and that's what the vision is between an antelope. So you are very graceful. And there was a cheetah, somebody that is impulsive, acts before they think, a predatorial energy. And I don't mean predator, like in like whatever. I mean like an actual predator, like an animalistic, primal, instinctual animal predator, going after its prey, which was you, the antelope. Very graceful, very swift. And the antelope is also indicative of medicine, indicative of magic. The antelope. Okay, just a minute here. They're asking me to read some of the, okay, let's look this up, because I think that's going to be pages and pages in this book. An antelope totem represents adaptability, agility, and gentle strength. It symbolizes the ability to navigate life's challenges with ease and flexibility, embracing personal growth and transformation with grace. Antelopes are also seen as embodying swiftness, grace, and a deep connection to nature. So very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, and they're also saying to do the cheetah also too. Represents, represents speed, agility, grace, and adaptability. So these could be actually two totems of the same person, or this could be something within yourself, or this could be some kind of a power struggle, like, yes, okay, because the cheetah's going to eat the prey. Just because they're both graceful and adaptability doesn't mean that they're friends. Okay, let's be clear about this. Just like Merlin and Mad Madam Mim were both wizards. She was a witch, which is basically the same thing as a wizard, and he was a wizard. Witch, wizard, warlock, shaman, healer, whatever. They're all in the same realm. And as above, so below. For all of them, for each of them, for everything. Okay? Okay. So the cheetah embodies the ability to move quickly and with precision, often symbolizing the need to be quick-witted and adaptable in life's challenges. Cheetahs are also known for their focused, persistent hunting style, which can be seen as a metaphor for pursuing goals with determination. So yes, I'm feeling like whatever happened between you and somebody else, that somebody had, how do I say this? The creator's just giving it so blunt. I'm trying to soften it. Somebody had been coming for you, had intended to devour your life, devour you, devour your life, devour your energy, your magic, your femininity, your masculinity, whatever, your innocence, your youth, your beauty, or destroy it. If they couldn't take it, they would destroy it. Like I'm seeing Mad Madam Mim with a little bird when Merlin turns Arthur into the bird and he ends up in Mad Madam Mim's house by accident. He falls down her chimney. And Mad Madam Mim hears coughing of this little creature in her chimney. And she's like, oh, what is this? And he says who he is, and he's a friend of Merlin's. And she says, oh, you're a friend of Merlin's. Well, that must mean he must see something special in you. And Arthur, being naive, says, yes, he does. And Mem says, oh, great, that means I'm going to have to destroy you. You know, you see what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. So, but this, oh, yes, okay. So the other part of this, regarding the antelope and the person, like regarding... even though this is animalistic and unfolding of like, the higher guides are using animals in the natural world to explain a battle, explain warfare. When two wizards have to go into a wizard's duel and assume different animal forms, this is happening in the astral realm while they are on the earth having a conflict. They're actually, if you pay attention to what's going on within your own body and astral field, mental unconsciousness, when you're in a battle, you're going to feel your energy shifting in order to either evade, overpower, gracefully get out of the way of someone else's explosion or power, not needing to get tangled up in it. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to see yourself through, maybe not all the time, but sometimes you might be able to see yourself through the lens of seeing, like, as a shaman, like seeing yourself transform into other different animal forms, like a serpent, a butterfly, a mouse, whatever it is. And that's what happens with Merlin and Mim. So this is what I'm seeing here, is some sort of a major battle here between you and me. I'm sorry to carry on like about this, but I'm like, holy smoke, this is, I wasn't expecting an earlier vision to come into this. Like, okay, so visionary, authenticity, justice, freedom, oracle, anima, and warlock. I feel like this is designed, you are already free. You carry a secret in you, a secret power in you, and we're not going to talk about what that is. But you definitely have the power of the oracle, the archetype of the oracle. You carry the energy of the archetype of the oracle. It is part of your birthright. It unfolds into your birthright, into the feminine goddess nature of your being, and this is in the deepest aspect of your being. And you can carry this within you when you go to work, when you do the dishes, when you're jogging, when you're making your bed, when you're clipping your toenails. Like, you understand? Like, it's bringing the higher dimensions into the mundane. That's, enlightenment is not about being in some upper world, airy-fairy, ungrounded, trippy existence. That's how Nazi Germany started. People trying to get into the higher super consciousness of socialism and not understanding that there has to be balance, because that shadow is going to erupt one way or another. Okay, and that's it. It has to be grounded. And that's what I'm feeling. Maybe that's what this is grounding it. Holy smoke. Maybe that's what the battle is. Maybe that is what this is meant to demonstrate. The Creator is going to bring you to a situation either with yourself or with someone else. Maybe this is with an addiction with yourself. Maybe you're going to be watching this unfold within somebody else, within other people around you. Maybe this isn't even about you. Okay. Okay. But a demonstration of someone's mastery. Okay. Visionary, King of Pentacles. Holy smoke. Okay. Starting off right away, the mastery. Starting off right away, we're starting off with mastery. So whatever this is, you have begun to ground this, and it's bringing you in. You've ground whatever vision that you've had, and it is bringing you into mastery into your life. So whatever this is, you have spent a long time preparing for this. This did not just all of a sudden have an idea and it pops out and you're now like sitting on like a throne and being like a master. No, it doesn't happen like that. You've come through many battles, many battles. You are, holy smoke, very, very grounded, very authentic. Your groundedness is your authenticity. This authenticity is your contract here. To be real, to be authentic, keep it real. It's not all, well, life is not all just about the upper dimensions. Two of Pentacles, Justice. Yeah, so there is some sort of a harmony of a change coming in. You're very aware of your gains and your losses, your weaknesses and your strengths. I feel like someone else is overwhelmed at the justice you have, at the justice and your success in your life. I feel like somebody else has experienced a loss of balance at your balance. And I feel like you're very grounded, like this mastery here, you're very, very grounded. Not only, I'm feeling also like you carry the frequency of justice within you because of your relationship to yourself and knowing, holding the tension between duality and unity, understanding the value of the shadow, the value of your shadow, the value of your darkness, the value of your light. You need both. This came up in a previous reading too. Whoever you could be dealing with, I'm feeling like they employ their shadow, but they employ it unconsciously. It's like they check out. They don't have the presence of mind to observe themselves standing in their shadow. And if they do, they justify it. They make it about you, it's your fault, it's about you, or how much of a victim they are, they have the right to do this, whatever. The world owes them something. Freedom. Your justice and the fact that you stand and express, you bring in justice for others by showing the value, holding the tension of the two, holding the tension of wisdom, which is unity and duality, both light and dark, love and a capacity to protect yourself. You're not naive. Your eyes are open. Your eyes are open, and because your eyes are open, you have a sense of freedom. You have a sense of freedom because you see the world as it is. You're not trying to force the world into the way you think it all is. I'm feeling like you've done this in the past, trying to see the world, judge the world according to the way you think it all is. And I feel like it was not favorable. It was not, I feel like you learned a lot and you got to see how strong you are and how capable you are. But I'm feeling like it was a necessary lesson. It was a necessary lesson, very, very necessary. That showed you this is not the way to go, but at least you know that you know what your capacity is, you know what your physical strength is, you know what your emotional and intellectual and spiritual strength is. You're strong. You can debate, you can stand up for yourself, you can stand behind your own actions. Oh, the High Priestess under Oracle. Holy smoke, that's what I'm just saying. This is what I'm just saying. The High Priestess standing between the two pillars, between the legs of the mother, ruled by the moon, which is feminine. So now, living from the inside out. The inside is the occult. That is the hidden dimensions of God. It's the church and really ignorant religious people that made the occult, the word occult and what it represents, all out to be like satanic and evil and blah blah blah. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, that's not what it means. All occult means is that which is hidden. So I'm feeling like you are the manifestation of God in your life. You're like, okay, so a manifestation of God. Okay, so let's look at this in terms of sexual energy. A woman's sex organs are inside of her. You can't see them. They are hidden. They are inside of her. Just like you can't see the hidden dimensions of God. Can you see the Holy Spirit? Can you see that? Is that made manifest? Can you see the wind? You can see the effects of the wind, but can you see the wind? You know, like it's the same kind of thing. It's the same kind of thing. Can you see faith? Can you see hope? You can see the effects of faith and hope by the expression on someone's face, by the tone of their voice, but you can't actually see it. These are dimensions of the occult. They're the hidden dimensions of God: hope, faith, the Holy Spirit, the upper room that the New Testament speaks of. This is an upper place within you that is collective. Just like the collective unconscious, so is the upper room. It's like an upper super consciousness. But in truth, you can only get there if you're grounded. What happens if you fly a kite? You know, I've heard even spiritual teachers say, oh, if you fly a kite and it gets way up there and you just let go of it, the kite's just going to keep going. Like, okay, maybe if the wind is strong enough for that little bit of time, but as soon as the wind dies down, that kite's coming back down to earth, baby. The only reason why it has the height that it has is because of the resistance of the string of it being grounded to the earth. Just like electricity. Electricity has to be grounded. Okay? That's what the High Priestess is. She's grounded. She doesn't stand on one foot and pretend to be balanced. Oh no, I'm completely, like, no. Okay, what's the next? Anima, Queen of Pentacles. Whoa, what is this? What? Okay, Queen of Pentacles. So a lot of whatever you're going to be bringing, whatever work you are doing, it is going to bring you, you're building a new dimension. You are building a bridge to a new dimension. You are the bridge. You are the bridges. See, those of you that come to my channel, you're already avant-garde. I am not a typical tarot reader. I channel knowledge, the higher dimensions. Like, that's why I say I commend you on the work you've done on yourself that brings you to my channel. So people that come to my channel, you're already on the cutting edge. And you know what? If you're on the cutting edge, I'm feeling that many of you have been pushed out. You've either had to leave, or you've been pushed out by your group. You just couldn't. You've been exiled, banished to the outer perimeter of your workplace, your family, your friend group, your community, whatever. But you know what? If you find yourself pushed to the outside, God has put you there. The universe has put you there. Because civilizations don't grow from the inside, they grow from the outside. Therefore, you, baby, are on the frontier. You've been put there for a reason. And whatever emancipation this was, or whatever kind of separation that you had to do, this was like a rite of passage. Yeah, the Eight of, oh no, okay, that's on the bottom of the deck, but I'll bring that up after. Okay. The Princess of Swords at the very bottom, the Princess of Swords in reverse. Ooh, okay. Oh, geez. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think this was your energy. Like, it didn't, because I don't feel that I feel like there's somebody in your energetic field, somebody in your morphic field that is focused on war. I'm feeling like, okay, this is coming in. Okay, whoever you are, you either have like if maybe you're like a fellow reader, you have your own platform on whatever, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is. I feel like this warlock is watching you. This cheetah, this person, this predator, this predatorial nature person has been watching you, and you are coming into all of this incredible energy, and I feel like they don't believe you. They don't believe. I feel like they think you're faking it. You're not, or you're just putting on a show. You're putting on a front. And I'm feeling this has been for several years now. Like they've been watching you for several years now, or something. And but what they're saying, what the spirits are saying, what the Creator is saying, is that they don't see you the way you are. They see you the way they are, because they are committed to ignorance. They are committed to, they're aware of their involvement in something in your life. They're aware of your involvement. Sorry, they're aware of their involvement in something in your life, some sort of a battle, some sort of a war, some sort of a battle, some sort of a conflict. And they're committed to keeping this unresolved. So therefore, they don't believe that you've healed. Can you see what I'm saying? Like, how do I say this, Creator? You can only see what you have the neurology to see. And if this person is committed to ignorance, if they're committed to keeping this unresolved, there's no way that they can see you as you are. They won't believe you. When you're in the lower dimensions, a person with higher dimension will feel like acid. They'll feel like you won't trust them. You'll be suspicious when you're in the lower dimensions, because you're not aware that you're not seeing them as they are. You're seeing them as you are. Everybody's got their own inner battles, their own curriculum. Everybody's here working through curriculum. That's why we're here. But those that are only in the carnal mind aren't aware of that. They're not aware because they're not doing their work. They're focused on competition, what they have, keeping up with the Joneses, living from the outside in. When you come into your high priestess energy, you live from the inside out. And whoever this is that had a war with you lives from the outside in. They don't live from the inside out. They can't enter into that aspect of themselves. Not without going through okay, there you go. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. They'll have to develop a relationship with themselves. And what's on the bottom of the deck here is the Eight of Swords. So that's what I'm feeling, is that whoever is watching you is in their own mental prison, in their own their commitment to their ego is what traps them, because they're aware of their involvement in something in your life, but they can't release their self from it because they're going to lose the power of that image. And it's false. It's false. Whatever this is, that I feel like there's not, this person has built a false image of themselves because I feel like they've given false information about you. And trying to break down your credibility, trying to harm your credibility, trying to bring harmful effects like sabotaging your credibility and building up their own, establishing their own. This is a devil. This is a devil. And that's what I mean. Whoever this person is not smart enough to know that they are channeling evil. And the Creator is allowing this for your growth, because you're not going up against evil. You will never defeat evil. You will never defeat evil. You will never get evil to see itself, to be accountable, to become self-aware. The evil does not want to be self-aware. It does not want to know itself. It doesn't care. It just wants to destroy you. It just wants to destroy everything. It wants to eat everything. It's like the ultimate. I remember thinking about that movie, Jurassic Park. I can't remember who the actor is, but anyway, he's called to this Jurassic Park scientific place because there's a dinosaur there that's never been exposed to other dinosaurs. It's been raised in isolation its entire life. Because it's a dinosaur, it's going to be a highly reptilian brain, which means any living thing that, now that it's a grown ass fucking dinosaur, any living thing that it meets, it's now going to want to destroy and eat. It'll destroy the world. Because that's just the nature of the beast. That's the nature of the beast. Because it was never socialized properly. It was never, those neurons maybe weren't capable of growing or were never activated through external stimulation. So something's happened here where somebody has either been entitled and enabled to be in this mindset, or they're in an environment in which people themselves are also very ignorant. This person was not shown the truth. They weren't, say if their parents got divorced, their parents didn't talk to them about the divorce. I feel like they had to counsel their parents, whoever this is. And if that, that's just like an example, but I'm feeling that is landing somewhere. Whatever happened in this person's youth, they didn't have anybody to talk to about it. And I feel like this person is like a level 1 shaman, Level 1 shamans will do harm for hire. They are active in the corporate world. Like the kings in the days of, in the Old Testament, Balak and Balaam. Balak was the king, Balaam was the prophet. He was like a wizard. This is in the Old Testament. This blew my mind when I found this out. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Even the Bible has kings and wizards. Like, are you kidding me? And this is how it is. These dimensions, epochs repeat themselves, baby, and we're in it. It's just new language, new paradigms, but it's the same old energy playing out. Okay? And what happened between Balaam and Balak? Balak was a king that wanted the land. And he wanted to curse the children of Israel and either take over them or kill them all or exile them out of the land. And so he hired Balaam, the prophet, to come in and curse the people. And Balaam, every time Balaam spoke, every time Balaam opened his mouth to speak, the Holy Spirit, because Balaam was also, he had once been a prophet of God, and then he turned south. So he already had the channel of God in him. He already had a relationship with God. For whatever reason, he was going south and getting paid to curse people. And so he was like a level 1 shaman. And every time he opened his mouth to curse the children of Israel, instead of cursings, blessings would come out. Okay? Don't get me wrong. You know, this is, angels and demons are two sides of the same neurology. It even talks about that with the Goetia. You know, there are books that pertain to the Key of Solomon, the Lesser Key of Solomon and the Greater Key of Solomon, and these are all centered around the Goetia, the 72 names of the angels and the 72 names of demons, and they're all made up the 360 degrees of God. And that's just from our perspectives, you know, like who knows who else is watching. Anyway, like other dimensions and other like intelligences. Anyway, some of these books talk about if you conjure up a demon and activate that neurology within you, that neurology can take control of your voice, can take control of your mouth, can take control of what you speak. Unless you have fucking superb control and sound mind, sound, and boundaries like a mofo. I'm not even kidding. I don't know why anybody would want to conjure these up, but I'm feeling like whoever you were dealing with was activating lower dimensional energies. I feel like whoever you are dealing with, I don't want to say it, but they could be becoming ill because of the energies that they have, like illness is possible, like because of the energies that they have put to work. They've never resolved it. They've never neutralized it. When you put a black magic spell on somebody else, you have to drink of the same poison that you fling at somebody else. You have to drink of the same curse. So in some ways, Balaam then wasn't as much as he was hired to do a job. There was something in him that had greater control over him, that spoke blessings over the children of Israel rather than cursing them. So this is what I'm seeing, is that somebody in your life either used magic against you, or maybe they didn't do like actual spells with like rituals and chanting the names of demons or whatever, you know. But I feel even just a gossip, lying, stealing, and cheating and gossiping, that's all forms of black magic. And I'm feeling whoever this is started off as a white sage or a white mage, or was wanting to become a white mage. I feel like they saw you as a white mage and it threatened the hell out of them. I feel like they tried to enter into your world. they tried to enter into your world and had like your spiritual territory, maybe through your culture, your spiritual beliefs, your cultural beliefs. And I feel like they didn't have, I feel like they had exactly the experience that I feel like whatever happened was not favorable to them. And it was just your culture reflecting them back to themselves, just like a horse does. Just like a horse does. Horses will reflect you back to you, man. They don't mess around. Okay, I did not expect this reading to become an hour here, but it is. Okay, you guys, I'm going to leave this reading here. I'm not going to pull an angel or demonic card. I think this is enough. Whether this actually happens or this person is either seeing you, maybe they're going to be, I feel like you're ending this energy in yourself. I feel like you are ending this energy. I feel like this person has no power over you. They have no power over you. And when, see that, oh my gosh, it's like when you let go of this energy and let go and detach. And I'm feeling that's what the Creator is telling you to do, is detach. Pull your energy out. Who cares if you want to be right? It's not important about being right. It's about protecting your energy. This was some sort of a wizard's duel that was very, it's time. It's over. Pull your energy out. Find another way. They're saying find another way. Go another way. Go, that's a message for someone. Go another way. Find another way. Like that's what I'm just saying. Remove your energy. Remove your energy completely. Like it's if you can. If you live with this person and you're not, then that message isn't for you. Because if you can't leave the person, then that message isn't for you. This is for somebody who, or for people, if they're listening to this message, if they can remove themselves from whoever this is, from their energy, do it. Protect your energy and keep, I'm hearing, keep your eyes on me. And I don't mean me, I mean whatever is in you. The authentic visionary, the part of you that is speaking from inside of the secret. Keep your eyes on me. This me is speaking to you from inside of this secret that is inside of you, that I'm not allowed to speak. Okay? Okay. All right, you guys. You guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Alrighty.